Hi, everybody. Dan Illman, Mike Beer, the DRF race of the day for Friday, July the 24th. Race number 9 at Saratoga. It's the Grade 3 quick call for 3-year-olds going 5.5 furlongs on the Mellon Turf course. Before we get to the analysis, let me remind everybody about the DRF dedicated Saratoga landing page, which includes the Saratoga handicapping shop, PPs, picks, clocker reports, betting strategies, lots more. The must-have tools to win big at Saratoga. Go to drf.com/spa for all the details. Here's the field for the quick call. You can download free formulator past performances for this race on the Race of the Day event page at drf.com. Access them, handicap along with us. The number 2, Jack and Noah, Mike, even money on the morning line. He just went gate to wire last time out, and his speed will play well on Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I don't have anything to really add about this horse. It's pretty obvious on paper anyway that he's the horse to beat in here by a pretty good margin.
It'll be interesting to see if this Timeform US pace projector is correct, because I'm not sure if the number 1 High Cruise has the kind of speed to go with Jack and Noah early. Sure, he looked good wiring maidens at Thistledown on dirt last time out, but turning back to 5.5 on the turf against a horse like Jack and Noah might be a different story.
Yeah, I mean, you never know if these horses are going to transfer their speed to a different surface. Maybe he'll do it, Dan, and maybe, he's just in here to do that, to break running from the rail and try to make the front. He did win easily last time. This is a totally different ball game, and I, didn't really see any turf pedigree for this horse.
You got to go really deep to see some marginal European influences. The sire Bayern, 4 for 36 with first-time turf runners. The Damsfold, 3 turf starters. None of them have won. I agree with you. I just don't see the turf. He's worked in company with Flapjack, who we'll get to in a little bit on the turf. A bullet drill at Saratoga on July the 19th. I'll expect some speed, but he might be in a little bit steep. Here's Jack and Noah winning the Sir Cat at Belmont last time out. He just showed this field his heels from start to finish. He's the gray horse, and he's in control coming down to the 8th pole. I think they went a legitimate pace in here, Mike. It was a solid performance, and if he gets another trip like this, he'll be tough at a short price.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I think he did go a legitimate pace in this race after he cleared off to the early lead in here. He's never letting this field into the race. And he's just been good from the start, Dan. I mean, every one of his turf sprints, he's run well in those races. The only 2 losses sprinting on the grass to 4-wheel drive in his second career start. He actually ran well that day. And then 2 starts back when he missed by a head. I mean, I don't know what to say, Dan. He's just way the horse to beat. Yeah.
Flapjack, though, might be the most interesting horse in the race, going out for Jack Sisterson. This is the uncoupled stablemate of the number 1 High Cruise and his workmate. This horse ran well on turf and synthetic last year as a 2-year-old, and the connection's got a little bit of Derby fever. They ran him in the Gotham. They ran him in the Oaklawn Stakes. The Gotham was a tough spot, and I thought a sneaky good effort off a long layoff. The Oaklawn Stakes, he was just too close to a fast pace. The Matt win, I think, put the lid on the Derby dreams. But I like what Sisterson did last time out. He dropped this horse in at Thistledown. He gave him a confidence boost, and now he's got him back on the turf. Do you think 5.5's a bit sharp for him?
It could be. We'll see about that. I agree with what you said, though. I like that they got him some class relief and a confidence boost last time, and I also like that they turned him back in distance, Dan. I mean, I really feel like this horse, he was probably just in too tough in his races 2 and 3 back anyway. He wasn't going to beat those horses. I don't know if he really looks like a horse who wants to go that far either. I liked him cutting back in distance. I thought his turf race as a 2-year-old was actually really good. And I just felt like of the horses who were going to be prices in here, and there are a few of them, he was by far the most interesting one.
I think Old Chestnut has a chance perhaps to crack the board at the price. That's the number 4 going out for Marcassi, a stakes winner sprinting at Woodbine as a 2-year-old. I don't think he ran that badly in the Atlantic Beach going 6 furlongs last year. It was a key race. He didn't break well. He was last on the rail on the turn. I didn't think he really ever got clear inside until very late. The issue with that is he just has not become a good gate horse in his last few races, and his speed has all but disappeared.
Yeah, that was my concern with him as well, because other than that, you're absolutely right about his last 2 turf sprints, the Atlantic Beach last November, and then his most recent start when they got him back on the grass and they sprinted him again. He ran pretty well in both of those races, and maybe deceptively so. He had no chance to get to Jack and Noah last time. after getting outrun early, but he was making up ground with basically every stride through the stretch to be third. This horse is a little bit underrated.
4 Left, the number 5, has won 3 stakes races in his career, including the Grade 3 UAE 2000 Guineas. All of those races on the dirt. They ran him in the Belmont last time out. He was class compromised. He was distance compromised. Shorter is better for 4 Left. The question is, will turf be better?
Yeah, based on his only turf start, it won't be. I mean, that was a graded stakes race going a 2-turn mile at Del Mar, but it's not like he ran that well in there, Dan. I do prefer him sprinting. I don't know if I think he's this good.
Sky of Hook, the 6, has entered main track only, so we'll turn our attention to the 2 Linda Rice trained entrants, the 7 Power Up Painter, the 8 Turn Decide. Power Up Painter's third start of the form cycle comes here, and he's back in with straight 3-year-olds after facing a couple of older New York bred fields. This is a gelding that needs a lot of pace up front. There's a chance he could get it, but I think he needs to improve in order to get a piece.
Yeah, he might have something to run at here. We'll see if he can take advantage of it. He certainly did 2 starts back. When they got him back on turf, sprinting at Belmont back in June, he got a big pace in front of him that day. He came running, and he closed that race down. It was a step forward for him. Last time he faced, there were some older, hard-hitting horses in that race. He had a little bit of a trip in there. He didn't run terrible. I don't really feel like this is class relief for him, Dan, and he's going to be on 5 days rest if he runs here.
Let's take a look at our top selections for the Grade 3 Quick Call. Linda Rice, historically, you can go back into your formulator PPs and check this out. Historically, is very well second off the layoff. Turn Decide, I thought, ran okay off the long, freshening in the Sir Cat. He pressed Jack and Noah throughout, and he just couldn't get by him. I think he can move forward second off the layoff. Do you like him better at slightly longer sprint distances, though? He's going to be turning back to 5.5, and I don't think he can stay as close to the pace at this shorter distance.
Yeah, I'm not worried about the 5.5. We'll see what happens with that. I think this is a very talented turf sprinter, though, Dan. I think he's a very dangerous horse in here. He's faced Jack and Noah 3 times. Jack and Noah has defeated him all 3 times. I don't think those races are that cut and dried, though. This horse is pretty good, and he did run pretty well off the layoff last time. I'm afraid of him in here. I had a tough time deciding between Turn Decide and Flapjack as my alternatives to the favorite in here. I decided to go with Flapjack because I think he's very interesting. I think he's better than he looks on paper. He's going to be a price.
And he has faced some tough 3-year-olds, to be sure. 12-1 on David Aragona's morning line. Mike's top pick, the 3 Flapjack. He goes 3-2-8-4. I go 8-2-4-7. It's the Grade 3 Quick Call. Your Friday race of the day from the Spa. Approximate post time 3:46 Eastern. Good luck.